I hate to be a Louis Law, but I'm new here, and you don't get a second chance like this every day.
Sure. Louis, the name I seek is
Would that
LaCroix.
be Sebastian LaCroix of the LaCroix Foundation, or Dwayne LaCroix of Insurrection Baby Formula Company?
Sebastian LaCroix.
Okay then. Mr. LaCroix, he told me to expect someone fitting your description sometime tonight. You go right on up.
Thank you. May the fat of many creatures fill you better.
You have a good power meeting, or whatever it is you types do up.
Have we got a console? I got free.
Well,
Xbox 360, PS3 and Wii.
That's
Oh, I have a PS2 as well. So 4. What are you a chunk of? Is there a bigger piece?
Yeah, I get that all the time. The name goes back to my football days. Actually, my fantasy football days at the station. Stationarium. That was this office supply outlet mall I used to watch. Hey, you kids! No skating in the parking lot. That was me.
I will stitch your name on our rain. Farewell. Penthouse. I mostly don't use 360, or rather I play the 360 single player, but I don't use it for online play. I want to speak with you, big guy. You're huge. That's what she said.
I was informed of your presence in the building. Since you're here, I'll take the liberty of assuming you've destroyed the warehouse. This is correct, yes?
Yes. Boom.
Most excellent. I had no doubt you'd prove my decision a prudent one. I trust you encountered no impediments to your progress on account of my personnel.
Bloody Mercury, Two-Faced, Diner, Assassins, Wolf People.
Yes, I'm sure it was quite an experience. You've done well, circumstances being what they were. I will admit, not many in your position would have overcome such a trial. But don't misunderstand me. It was no fool's errand, and you may yet prove to be a genuine asset. It's a bit disturbing the lack of talent within this organization as of late. Tell me, what would you say to doing a bit of reconnaissance for me?
Depends on what you want me to do. There you go. What shall I spy with my little eyes? Dangle something in front of me.
Don't be so hasty to inflate your own worth. You've succeeded once, very admirable. But in the grand scheme of it all, an infant stride of progress. If you're looking to make a name for yourself, listen very carefully. There have been whispers, rumors spreading around the kindred community concerning the Elizabeth Dane, the cargo ship that was towed into port recently. Have you heard of it?
You hear them new too? I mean, continue.
The police are investigating the Dane as we speak. Even the Nosferatu have little information on what's been found. However, the reason the ship has caused such speculation is because it was transporting an object called the Onkaran sarcophagus. Now, I'm not one to predicate a decision based on conjecture, so what I need is fact. And more importantly, I need evidence that the occurrences on the Dane were not supernatural in nature, and in no way relate to this Onkaran sarcophagus.
Help me understand.
You have 3 objectives. 1. I want you to examine the sarcophagus for anything unusual. You may sense something peculiar about the sarcophagus. In fact, many kindred in the city have reported an uneasiness in the air since the Dane's arrival. Do not, under any circumstances, open the Onkaran sarcophagus. Secondly, the police have begun their investigation. Find out what they have concluded thus far. Thirdly, take the cargo manifest for the ship. I want to find out what else it was carrying. The last thing we want is police aware of our existence, so be careful what you do in front of them. And unlike the warehouse, you cannot wholesale slaughter a ship full of lawmen without consequences. Is this understood?
More than you know.
Good. Oh, And it has come to my attention that you had an encounter with Nines Rodriguez earlier. The man so does love to throw that cretinous charm of his brashly about. What exactly did Mr. Rodriguez say?
I will read you back the
Nothing
minutes.
I haven't crassly delivered untold times within Elysium. You have to understand, most of the anarchs know no better option, or have been bullied into their cause by the unrulier ones. You can't fault all for the boorishness of a few. Now that that's out of the way, I trust you're prepared to leave for the day.
I am. Question of faces.
Yes.
Who are
It's
you?
common knowledge. I was born in Calais, France, over 200 years ago. When I graduated from the Royal Military Academy, I joined Napoleon's army. It was shortly after Waterloo, when I was embraced by a Belgian noble. From that time onward, I counted some of the greatest kindred in Europe as my mentors, and worked towards establishing a Camarilla presence in new territories. In 1930, I came to the Americas and staked power in New York. Soon after, I headed west to claim domain.
Alright, that's nice, Holly. So, what is your blood made from?
I'm Ventru. But I don't disparage any of the other clans. All are equally important in maintaining the foundations of the Camarilla, and the elders of each serve as my counsel.
I wonder something
Yes.
about the face. The lone wolf.
You've met Beckett? Yes. He did pay me the courtesy of announcing his presence in my city. He's lionized in kindred society, like most. Beckett's the definition of renowned scholar, but he's also a lone wolf, and owes allegiance only to his intellectual pursuits. Yes?
The one who is smiling.
Jack. The man is a scourge.
Alright.
Yes?
You murderous wall.
He's my sheriff. When there is a problem that words are wasted on, I send him. The less one sees of him, the better. Yes? Which,
Tell me of this banner we fly over our blood.
in this age of information, videotape, and weapons of mass destruction, the Camarilla is more necessary than it has ever been. The alternative to thorough secrecy these days is extinction. As long as we exist, so shall kindred society.
Alright.
Which is...
The blackest of hand, the Sabbath.
Every night you wake up, be thankful you were not sired by one of their kind, or you would have woken under the ground, forced to claw your way up from the dirt into a brief, bloody, violent existence. Savages, bloodthirsty, irresponsible heathens. Yes, which is...
The box from Sands of Time.
All I know about the Ankaran sarcophagus is what I've heard on the news. It was found during an archaeological excavation in Turkey, and it appears ancient. There could be nothing but dust inside. However, that does not discount the possibility of it containing some kindred artifact, or even money. All of these evidence of the supernatural, and therefore potentially damaging to us. As for it containing an ancient kindred, the Camarilla does not put stock in the actuality of antediluvians. They're myths. Don't let anyone tell you differently. Yes. Which is...
The Dane cannot wait while Precious can.
I'm counting on an encore exposition of the talent you showed earlier. Go. And remember, under no circumstances are you to open the Ankaran sarcophagus. We'll talk later. Good. There's a boat.
Yes. Alright, so by that we're going back to Santa Monica again. So, hello? Yes, I do. Yes, you may take me. Like father and child, I will ride while you drive. So, back to Santa Monica it is. Antediluvian. A member of the dreaded third generation. Alright, so I'm going to go down and speak to some different people right now. See if they can give me something else to do.
What do you need? Those murders are definitely the work of kindred. Probably some caitiff getting revenge on everyone who made fun of him in high school. Once the sheriff tracks this guy down...
Caitiff, the motherless dog.
Pretty close to the mark. Caitiff are just kind of riffraff vampires who don't know anything about vampire society, don't know their clan, mutt vampires. What I suspect...
Thin-blooded and
You
short-lived.
said it. Theory goes that the farther down the bloodline you are from Cain, the weaker the blood is. So if you're, say, 5th generation, the blood is strong. If you're 15th generation, you barely qualify as a vampire. A thin blood.
Thinly seen, they cast a long shadow.
Long shadow. Yeah, I see what you're saying. You Malkavians and your damned insight. Most fledglings don't know anything about Gehenna. You don't know the half of it, kid. Gehenna, the day we all die. When our sleeping forefathers rise and bring about the end of the world. Many believe we're living in the final nights.
Well, what religion doesn't say that every time, really? We're in the final nights. The doom is near. Join us. Whatever. Cain,
Yep,
creepy.
that's him. Cain, the biblical brother killer. Father of all vampires.
Okay, 4. Well, nothing interesting from you then. There's nothing around here otherwise. Doesn't seem like it, no. Damn, my car and Stacy is still there. There we go. I installed AC from my computer yesterday to get some free space. Freedom. Arthur, your father wanted me to write to tell you that he has a boil that is 3 inches across. You really need to come and visit and see this thing. Love, Mom. Right, so nice. Bonds. Money. Muddy. Don't know why he's called Muddy. That's it. Thanks.
Hey there. Need something specific, like, or just here to shoot the breeze?
My brain has a question that needs your brain's answers.
Yeah? Sure, honey.
I am no longer here. Alright, I'm just going to need to take a quick break, so I'll be back in about a minute or 3. So, see you in... Oh, let's do this. There we go. So, see you all in a minute.